Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Star Citizen Alpha 4.3.2 should be going to live later this week. And there's been a load of additions from CitizenCon to that patch now. We're going to talk about those updates and additions. We're also going to be looking at an overview of how Alpha 4.3.2 stands now. We've got the This Week in Star Citizen post highlighting what else is going on as well. And let's start with that. This year's big event may have been beamed digitally, but it didn't stop the excitement from spreading far and wide. Across North America and Europe, members of our team joined 9 simultaneous CitizenCon Direct 2955 watch parties, sharing reactions, cheering on the reveals, and celebrating the verse that many of us call a home away from home. The members of our team who were fortunate enough to attend in person and share the day with you were met with a vivid reminder of the energy, creativity, and dedication that makes this community truly one of a kind. We'd also like to extend a massive thank you to all the watch party organisers for their incredible efforts in making these events possible. For those who couldn't make it to a watch party, missed a live broadcast, or just want to revisit your favourite bits of the show, the full CitizenCon Direct 2955 stream is available on YouTube. A couple of bits I want to put in there. We've got summaries of the stuff that was at CitizenCon. I'm going to be continuing to expand on those summaries and focus on different elements and features that were discussed individually, like what are we actually getting with Nixon 4.4, what does Tier 0 or Tier 1 crafting look like by the end of the year, and I was able to attend the watch party that was going on in the UK, and I want to say that it was absolutely fantastic, and I think has given people more of a hunger for future UK events that can be done really well like that. CitizenCon Direct gave us a glimpse of what's coming sooner than you'd expect. Get ready to welcome Nyx, our third star system, and the second to be released in the same calendar year in an upcoming P2 patch on the horizon. Stay tuned. So that's planned for 4.4 coming in November. That's what we're expecting, that's what they said. And for those eager to jump back into the action, Alpha 4.3.2 is scheduled to hit the live persistent universe later this week, bringing the thrilling conclusion of the Pyro Must Burn storyline, fresh updates, and plenty of reasons to dive back in. It's supposed to end the Frontier Fighters stuff, at least currently. Meanwhile, there's still time to join the Day of the Vara festivities, whether you're painting pumpkins and gouging gourds or weaving wicked words for your short story submission. There's plenty of opportunities to show off your creativity and snag a thrilling prize. And Arena Commander goes spooky, conquer the FPS kill collector mode and your fears, and unlock the classic Halloween masks. Yeah, you've still got a couple of weeks to get involved with all the spooky Halloween things. So, Alpha 4.3.2 updates. CIG said they need to fix a couple of major issues, then this patch will go to a release candidate. They did want to try and get a release candidate done yesterday, but there was like, no, there's a couple of major issues we want to solve, and then we can push it to live. Aims are to release this to live this week by the weekend. I would expect Thursday or Friday. There are a load of additions with the latest patch. More minorly, they've added multiple access cards that you can find in the ASD Science Wing that will access new doors to the Amundi observation area. But more majorly, they've added 3 new ships to this patch. So you've got the Grays Market, new manufacturer, Shiv. So this is $150 if you want to buy it at the moment. So you will have to get it in-game eventually through in-game shops or whatever. It is a compound heavy fighter. It is made out of various other fighters. A Cutlass, a Freelancer, a Valkyrie, a Hurricane. There's a bucket involved for pooping. It's a silly ship. It's kind of cool. It's got quite a lot of firepower. It's kind of like Drake made it, but I suppose the more of the core of the ship is a Cutlass. That's probably why. Expect to see more compound ships like this in the future. The Anvil Paladin gunship is also now flyable. $350 for this really powerful, pretty tanky, focused gunship. Its big top turret can move on a rail to become a bottom turret. I really like the Scorpius rail system. I think they also added 4 SU of cargo space to the ship as well, which is a nice little addition. And a slight more interesting surprise is the Asperia Vandal Stinger, which is a new heavy fighter that the Vandal will be using, but this is the humanized version. $315 if you want the Asperia version of this. There was a little mini patch as well that also buffed the Stinger's angular speeds and forward G-forces, and the Stinger and Shiv had some VFX polish for their damage states. The Stinger's pretty cool because it's got this big size 5 sort of Vandal plasma cannon, which is effectively bespoke to the ship, but also you can switch all its other weapons for kind of whatever you want of the appropriate sizes. It's got full human weapon functionality, but the ship is big and intimidating. I really, really like it. There's also a load of new FPS weapons as well, including the Killshot rifle, which is a space AK, really odd weapon. It fires energy, then ballistic, alternately, when you fire it each round. There's also a slow-firing LMG, which I believe is the VCK-1 blade. And I believe there is a cluster rocket launcher they showed off at CitizenCon, which I've not actually used or messed around with yet, and some binoculars, again, which I've not played with. The CitizenCon digital goodies pack, items and skins should all be in that patch as well, I believe. The latest patch also fixed various mission, location, ship, and encounter issues. This all goes along with other features that are in Alpha 4.3.2, which have expanded out over the P2 patch cycle. So we've got structural salvage updates. That's one of the big major things here. They have expanded out the gameplay for salvage, and you've got more types of salvage, chunks and bits that you break off ships. They've added refining to the process of salvage, giving it a more rounded loop like mining has. There's archetype updates for salvage ships as well, giving them more of an individual personality. The Reclaimer's had some docking and elevator updates. It's got like a cargo grid on its elevator. It might be able to dock in more areas. We'll have to wait and see if that is going to work. I've not been able to get the Reclaimer to dock with its docking collar yet, but I know some people have said they had. If we're able to dock this at refinery stations in Stanton nice and easily, that's what I'm after. There's a load of economy updates to help support this as well, and because CIG are trying to get ready for crafting that they might be testing by the end of the year. At the moment, they've lowered RMC values and raised the construction material values. Both of these values need to be a lot higher in my opinion, but I'm interested to know what you think in the comments below. Mining and bulk commodities. You should be able to make a load more money from doing these 15 to 20% return on investment when you're sort of trading around with these. There's the Frontier Fighters Finale event, which I believe is a limited time event for that patch. It's a multi-week event as well, expanding out with more missions each week. There's a eliminate and then collect something off a body. There's ship ambushes. There's destroy regen locations. There's hunt suspects and hunt the Polaris throughout those weeks. Join the Headhunters or the Citizens for Pyro against the Frontier Fighters. You've got your new creature, the Yomandi, as well, and its boss fight encounter as part of the ASD facilities. You go a little bit off-piste, and you can find the Yomandi cave. There is a load of new stuff at Wicklow's Emporium, like FPS gear and skins and stuff like that, but also the Hercules A2, the Crusader Inferno and Ion, and the Asperia Prowler utility, available with some upgrade components and unique Wicklow skins. There are some new items in shops beyond what we've discussed already. The Nova Gatling turret and the Scorpius missile turret. Previously bespoke weapons on these vehicles, now you've got more choice. Could we see the Guardian MX, the Asgard and MTC in shops? It's possible that I've missed them and they have been put in there, but I did not see them. They should be by all rights being added in this patch in some way, hopefully purchasable in shops. Could we see the Idris obtainable in some way as well in-game beyond buying it through money? Maybe. There is some other little bits for the patch as well. They've improved FPS tractor beams, shotguns, snipers, and LMG saw a reasonably large tweak and buff balance pass. They've separated PvP missions into their own tabs in contracts, so you kind of know what you're getting. You're going, oh, well, this is a PvP mission. I know that PvP is very likely, if not essential, to occur as part of it. There's AI FPS turrets, so you'll see these around SD facilities, and they'll be using them in more areas. There's Interact to pick up a mission, so you can go up to like a Wicklow mission or like a jobs board or something like that. You can read a sign on a wall potentially and interact with that, get a mission. There's some new FPS heavy tech battle armor. There's some Klaus and Werner ship weapon updates for the Badger, Bulldog, and Panther. Most notably, the Panther has like a outer casing now, and there's a load of stability and bug fix updates here too. It's also possible we'll get some of the Vulcan updates and Squadron 42 updates and NPC updates that they've been testing previously on the tech preview branch. But yeah, this patch is trying to tie up some of the loose ends before that massive Alpha 4.4 patch in November, and that will add Nix and a load of other content, as well as them having the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo later in the month as well. It's a huge month, November. there'll be a free fly, there'll be tons of new ship releases, you'll be able to try all the previous ships that CIG have pretty much ever released for free, and people will be trying to buy Javelins and Idris and whatever else is new. I need to make sure I've got a Perseus if I haven't already got one, because that's supposed to be flyable during the IAE. Super looking forward to that. Tell me what you are looking forward to for Alpha 4.4, for the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, for this patch 4.3.2 that's about to go live. I say about, probably by the end of the week. Are you super excited for those new ships and vehicles? Are you like, oh yes, the new salvage updates are great? Did you hope something else would make it that hasn't yet? Do you think the Idris is going to be obtainable in this patch in some way, other than if you've bought it with real money? Whatever your thoughts or questions, check it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And something else that you should do is click on the links below to get yourself some NordVPN. Or what's that? NordVPN.com/BoredGamer. You can go there, all the links below, to get a huge discount on NordVPN, which will give you better accessibility, security, and privacy on the interwebs. Use it. I use it. You can use it. It's October, it's CitizenCon, there is loads going on in Star Citizen, and I spy with my Tobii eye tracker something beginning with D. It's a discount. You want a natively supported high precision head and eye tracker for Star Citizen? Of course you do. It actually works with a load of games, actually. The Tobii eye tracker is super useful as part of your arsenal, but also really adds to your immersion. If you don't mind spending a little bit of time tweaking after setup, you can have a really awesome time. Look around your cockpit, look over your shoulder, and track ships in a dogfight intuitively and ergonomically like never before. It's got a load of features to improve the experience as well, with like camera boost, which is a little tiny bit like mouse acceleration for your head and eyes, but actually useful. You can get 15% off a Tobii Eye Tracker 5 until Monday the 20th of October. Links below to that. There's also a sweepstake going on from Tobii. You can join to win a Tobii Eye Tracker 5. Links down below to that too. Thanks to Tobii for sponsoring this video. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and for October, because of CitizenCon and it's a big month for celebration, we are giving away 5 different ships to 5 different winners. They all come with a game package and lifetime insurance. We're giving away a C8X Pisces, the Arrow Light Fighter, the 100i luxury starting ship, the Sulen, a very cool, weird alien starting ship, and the Nomad from Consolidated Outland. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning one of those ships is comment on any of my videos made during October. Any of those are great to start the game with, or just as another ship in your fleet, or even as a lifetime insurance token to upgrade to something else. A big thank you as well to CIG for providing some of those ships for that giveaway. If you would like to further support the channel, consider becoming a Patreon or using the join button under my videos. That will get you some occasional exclusive content, and it really does help us out loads. Also, like, share, subscribe, that all helps tons as well. Thank you so much for watching to the end, and I hope you have a great October.